Now, these are not some random things. These are things I personally have used, practiced in my career. Number one on top is record every single small achievement or your yay moment in a diary, or you can also record it digitally somewhere, maybe Google Docs, Excel sheets, whatever works for you. Here you have to note down with specific date every single achievement that you do in 2024, your career wise. I mean, you can do it otherwise as well for your personal life, but here we are more talking regarding to career. So that's why I'm saying all your career wins, as in, see, it is not necessary that in a year you'll achieve something big or every year you'll achieve something magical. Now that might happen, but that doesn't happen very often. But every single one of us, we achieve small things here and there which are appreciated at the time, but over a period of time everyone forgets that, and so do we. So it's really important that you record these little moments, little achievements then and there with a specific date and a short description of it, that what was it and how you achieved it, what was the impact, all of that. And if there are any numbers associated with that, do mention them as well. Now this information will help you in two ways. Number one, your performance appraisal. See, at the year end, when you try to evaluate your entire year, more or less everybody is focused towards the last 2-3 months. Nobody remembers prior to that, until unless you have achieved something really big which is worth remembering and is still in the memory of people. Nobody remembers, even your manager, even you will forget that what you have achieved. And when it's time for self-evaluation at the year end, you will sit there just blank thinking, oh, I'm not sure, I have not achieved anything, I just did my work. But that's not true. We all as employees, we do so much, we achieve so much, small things, big things in our day-to-day life, that if we have note of all those achievements, it will be pretty easy for you to mention those points in your self-evaluation and in your appraisal meetings as well. That will have a solid impact on your appraisal discussion, believe me. When you go in that meeting with the prepared data, nothing like it. I mean, your numbers, your achievements, your pointers will speak much louder than what you will if you depend on your memory. You have to take my words for this, because I have personally tried this and it made all the difference. And to be honest, this technique saved me so many times from getting that minimal typical hike, because HR is not a job where you can quantify things or you can measure things in numbers unless it's for recruitment. So having a record of my achievements actually helped me prove my worth and my value, the value of my work in front of my manager, and hence it helped me to negotiate better whenever the numbers were low than my expectations, and it did work. So try it out starting 2024. Keep a record of all your small tiny achievements that you do. Now moving on to our next habit, it is similar to the first one, but it's not about achievement. It is about keeping record of your learnings, the new things that you're learning. It can be new words, it can be new processes, policies, or solutions of difficult situations that you have learned. Everything gets recorded in that, and that over time becomes your Bible of your experience. Every single time when you are in a tough situation, you refer to that and you do not have to ask anyone, because you have recorded your learnings there, and whenever you have to refer back, you have it there already, all set for you. When I started my career in HR, I came from a very different background. I didn't have any idea about business. I was a computer science graduate, and then I did my MBA, but still I had more of an engineering mindset than a business mindset. Though I did my internship in HR, but that was with a government PSU, and the work culture was pretty different. So everything was new for me, and it was very evident that you cannot ask the same thing from the same person again and again. It annoys that person, it wastes everybody's time. So it's better that whenever you learn something new, as I said, be it anything, be it a new word, new corporate jargon, new policy, process, situation, just write it down. There were times when I had nobody to ask from, to look up to. I was reporting to a manager who was sitting out of US, and she was from there only. So though she was happy enough to share her advice, but because she was handling employees from a very different culture, her advice was of very minimal value because it wouldn't sort out the issue, because things in India runs pretty differently than in US work culture wise. So I most of the time found my answers in those records where I have recorded moments, situations from the past where I went through a similar situation, not necessarily the same, but it could give me a sense of direction. So that's what I'm saying. So when there are situations when you have nobody to look up to, you do not get answer from anybody, or maybe you are hesitant to ask anybody if the situation is so, but if you have something with you which you have recorded since the beginning of your career, it will serve you like a magic. And it's been proven again and again that if you write things which you're learning for the first time, you are more likely to remember them in the rest of your life. So it doesn't take much. You can either choose to write things on paper like the traditional way, or you can also store these records or information digitally somewhere, however it works for you. And now moving on to our next resolution, which I think all of us must make, including myself, that we must share our views, our opinions then and there. If it is a round table happening in your office, no matter who's sitting on those round tables, if they are important people for management, if your view is asked or you think you are invited to share your view, then just share your feedback then and there. Do not hold yourself back. Do not think in your mind, oh my God, what if I share and people laugh at me? Or when you see someone else sharing a feedback or a view and you go like, oh my God, I was just thinking the same thing. But that person then gets the credit, not you, because talking to yourself in your head doesn't get counted. So let's collectively take a resolution that in 2024, no matter what, we will not hesitate, we will not hold ourselves back. Whenever there's an opportunity to share our opinion, give our views or feedback, we will do it. Moving to our next resolution for 2024, which is building a passive interest or income. Now, this one, honestly, I didn't see the value of it before COVID, but a prime learning from that was that never dependent on one income stream. So this year, this new year, let's not sit on that idea that's burning in our head somewhere at the back and actually pursue it, actually pursue a passive interest that can generate income in future. Now, why I'm saying that you should start now is because passive interests usually take some time to come to a level where it can actually serve you as an income stream. If you start in 2024, then you might see the results in 2025 or 2026, or maybe it takes more than that depending on what the idea is, on what you want to work on. So do not wait for a time when you are out of job and you do not have anything to work on, no income stream, and you're frustrated, because that time it will be very difficult to turn an idea into income stream. Why? Because you'll be already stressed and there will be a lot of financial responsibilities on your shoulders, and in that pressure you'll again pick up something which you do not like to do, and that idea will remain idea itself. So it's very important that you start when you are pretty comfortable in your current situation. So what a better time than starting this new year. And there's tons of data floating around every single topic on YouTube. You have to just genuinely put some effort, do some learning, and get going from there. Moving on to our next one, which is having meaningful conversation on professional platforms like LinkedIn. Now, when it comes to LinkedIn, most people start conversing with other people with whom they want to interact when it's time to job search, and their first message to the person is, hey, this is my CV or resume, I'm looking for a job, can you please help me out? Now, my inbox is flooded with these kind of messages, and most of the people do not even take out some time and put effort in describing them in the message. They just want me to first open their CV, understand their profile, and then maybe, proceed if there is any position available and respond to them. See guys, if you really want to connect with right people, now is the time. Build your conversations way before when you truly need favor from those people or you need them to help you in some way, because otherwise it gets very difficult. Like I told you for the parallel income source, it's the same thing here. If you start now, if you start today, it will take you some time to build meaningful rapport with people who have similar interest, or maybe are from the similar field as you are in, or maybe are from a field in which you are interested to make a future in. So it's very important that you start those meaningful conversations today so that you can reap the benefits later. It will help you so much. There are so few people who engage genuinely with my profile, with the content I share, that I know their names by heart. And sometimes when I come across any opportunity, I share with them proactively because I know they are from that field. So it takes a lot of time and effort to build that kind of rapport. And if you do not want to be in that situation where you need a job, you are job searching, you need some reference, and you start with a message like, hey, this is my resume, get me a job, please. That will not work out. So let's from 2024 start building meaningful connections on the platform and meaningful conversations so that we can reap the benefits whenever we are in need. And coming to our last and the most important resolution for the year is take care of yourself. Everything else come after you. I'm not here to tell you how much water you need to drink a day, or how much exercise you need to do a day, how much yoga you need to do a day, how much meditation. No, you yourself know better about your life and what you can include in your life to take care of yourself better. But I just know this, that as we are moving ahead in times, there's so much chaos that we face on daily basis, be it emotionally, mentally, physically, that we all are running towards something. Life is not peaceful. So it's very important that we take our time, we prioritize ourselves, and treat yourself as a priority, because ultimately you will need your health to make that best career, to earn so much money, to do that business. Everything comes later. Only if you have optimum health, you will be able to build all of that. And guys, please remember that I shared few ideas and techniques to be considered, or habits you can say, but you do not have to feel overwhelmed to start every single one of them at a particular time. Take your time, choose the one which you want to implement, but after your health, because that comes first. Pick one at a time, make it a habit, and once you feel that you can sustain that, pick another one and see your career changing in 2024. So let's collectively take a look at the summary of today's video. I really hope these things add value to your career and to your life. You keep on watching more content on the Corporate Diaries to be corporate ready, and I'll see you in my next one. Till then, stay safe and healthy. Take care. Bye.